Welcome on in to the NYMD podcast. Your host, Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard. I'm in the best mood ever today for the podcast. It's not too. I mean, I'm always in a good mood because I'm doing the podcast.
Okay.
But specifically today.
Real quick, by the way, you had your shirt on backwards.
Well, that's on purpose. I need to show everybody who dominated this past Monday. I'm telling you, man. And also because I had the old name on the back, so other team. So we got this. So what's going on, B?
Not much, man. Just living the life, Hurt. Just living the life, man.
Yeah, take it day by day, man.
Exactly.
What we should have had is the top 12 cliches of all time. That's what we need.
Oh gosh. Just take it one day at a time, Hurt. Just give them 110%. Because really this week executed well. Just wanted to make sure I execute.
Well, I'm glad you have all that arm talent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And I do want to thank my teammates. Because without them, I wouldn't have my success.
You wouldn't be here. And mom. You gotta thank mom.
Yeah.
Always. You always gotta do that. And then the coaches, the game plan that they implemented is why everything performs so well.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, man. So anyway, we're here. The podcast.
Yes, we are.
I'm there's nothing that makes me the thing is I'm a sort of a odd sports fan, right? So
you're an odd sports fan.
Yes. I think I take as much or maybe even more enjoyment out of the failures of my enemies than the successes of my team.
Okay. All right.
So both are very enjoyable for me to watch and to revel in,
Well, where did you get a double dose of that this week?
It was like quadruple. It was everything was just so beautiful. So now I'll just start off. Well, I mean, Sunday started off bad. So Arsenal lost. We lost to our rivals 2-0. Not talking about that ever again. Then the week progressed. Tuesday happened. I picked the game. I knew Washington was going to win. Of course they will. I mean, that was Monday. Sorry, Monday. Love Monday afternoon games.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
If it was a Monday night game, knowing our record, we would have lost. So we're 1-0 on Monday afternoon games.
The only reason why you were confident in picking that game.
It's not 8. We're good. It was 8 when we got blown out. I'm telling you, because we cannot do Monday night games ever. So I'm cool with that. So I knew we were going to win that game in the afternoon, which we did. Again, close game, competitive game, but as we, the better team won. So move on to Tuesday. Tuesday, your team played finally, and they played Dallas, my most hated team, and you guys won that game.
Yeah,
which I fully appreciate. So we did each other favors.
Yeah,
beat your hated rival. You beat my hated rival. So I appreciate that. And then the week kept going along. Of course, new episode of Mandalorian came out Friday. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it's going to be good.
So, real quick, how many episodes have they dropped for season 2?
I think 4, around 4 or 5.
No.
Yeah, 4 or 5. No, it's not, when it gets to the end, I'll let you know so you can watch them.
Well, I still got to get through the second half of season 1.
Oh, okay. All right, so we have some time.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So then yesterday, a lot of big matchups were happening. So we'll start off with Florida State playing Florida in basketball.
Okay.
We're ranked. They're not. Florida, the football team, ranked sixth in the country. I was playing at home against LSU. And the University of Miami was playing against North Carolina. Florida lost both games. So now they're eliminated from the college football playoffs.
Wow.
So excited. We beat them, Florida State. We beat them in basketball for the 7th straight time. So I'm happy about that. And Hopefully Dan's not watching this part of the show.
I saw this. I didn't see it, but I saw the score.
Miami got the bricks, broke it out on them, dude. They could not stop the run for their life. I mean, literal life.
Was Miami the favorite going into that game?
Yo, yeah. I mean, they're playing at home. It was like maybe a 3 or 4 point or something like that. I had a feeling North Carolina was going to win that game. I didn't think it was going to be 62-26. Like, reverse numbers. That was as bad at no, it wasn't as bad. It was close to being there's 2 ranked teams. But it's almost as bad as what Arizona State did to Arizona, which they doubled up the numbers on them, but it was 70-7. So, and Kevin Sumlin, unfortunately, did get fired after that game. So that was a territorial cup. You can't lose to your rivals like that. Not to mention not win any games this season. So, yeah.
So does this mean Jim Harbaugh won't get fired? Because he couldn't play Ohio State this year.
No, Leah, lucky for him, because it definitely would have been a loss.
So does this save his job?
I don't even know why they're after the season they're going to address everything. I don't know if he's a glutton for punishment. He needs to go to the NFL. Just go to the NFL, please. I honestly, you're gonna do well. You're gonna do well. Just go back. I thought I had a perfect team for him. I think they want somebody else to coach Detroit. I may have another destination for him to go to that he might be really good at. So, but we'll talk about that another time. No. But yeah, so it's a wonderful weekend of rivals losing, and I can't be any happier. Can't be any happier.
You didn't talk about Army Navy.
Yeah, well, that game I didn't get to watch it. It was on, but it was a little bit different. It was actually at Army. It was up at West Point. The first time they played there since 1943.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, which is because of the World War. And for security reasons, they had it there. They had it there this time because it's on government ground, so they can actually have fans and everything there. And a weird fact was the 3 times previous that they played at Army, Navy's won. So, but this time that didn't happen. Army came out, blanked Navy, gave them the goose egg, which I think was their first goose egg since the 60s or something. So yeah, Army beat Navy, when to me is the best rivalry game in the history of existence of life. And of course, again, we went to that game day a couple years ago. So,
which was awesome.
And they had the best signs ever.
That was awesome.
They still had some good signs too this time. So it was. I miss it. I can't wait for game day to come back. And
I still like my sign.
Yeah, your sound was good. I mean, because they were, that's something that people talk about all the time. Yeah. So definitely not anymore. But they did at that point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was hilarious. But you had fun too, though.
Joe Flacco Elite was the sign.
Yeah. And then we all know that sign has been plentiful when he was around.
Yeah.
Instead of being a backup. But yeah, that was it was. Watching game day, because the game day was at West Point, was fun. And that game, that's always the game that no matter what their records are, it's always great to watch. It's always great to watch. So, but yeah, it was good. I mean, listen, I can't complain, man. It was all the rivals falling down. I can't sit here and I can't be. I mean, when Florida loses twice in one day, it's just. The basketball team loses, football team loses, and they were a big. They were 23-point favorite at home against LSU, and they lost. And that just, oh my goodness, let me tell you, the Gators. I don't like them, not one bit, and just it serves them right. It makes me feel so much better. So, but let's go back to Monday.
All right. Let's go to Monday.
So Monday afternoon around 5-ish, undefeated team took the field. What were your first thoughts? Because I know, were you home?
Yeah.
Because I was working and I got home later. So what were your thoughts, your feeling going through watching that game?
Well, I texted you during the game, my thoughts, I was like, I think the text was something along the lines of, wow, this Washington football team defense is no joke. And then shortly after that text,
like 5 minutes later,
yeah, I was like, scratch that, because I forgot what happened, but they gave up a touchdown.
a 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah. But no,
they were down 14-0.
Yeah. And the reason why I texted you that, because they had just did a goal line stand. Chase Young came out from nowhere, and just knocked, I think it was Snell to the ground. I was like, oh my gosh, man.
This dude is a beast.
Yeah, man. He is awesome.
I gotta represent dude, yo. That dude is a monster.
Yes. He's fun to watch, man. Yeah. But no, man. Redskins, they were down 14-0, but they chipped away, man, and came back. And I was loving it, man. Yeah, my bad.
You get fined every time you say that other word.
Hey, that's fine.
Put it in the swear jar.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. The football dudes, that's what I've been calling them. So
yeah, WFT baby, holla. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I had a feeling about it. I don't know. It was a good win again, which is crazy. Is that even with that win, Washington is still 2 games under 500. 5-7, but the Giants had a big win. That was
the Redskins. I mean, the Washington football team needed that win. I know.
$2 already. It's $2.
I caught myself. The football dudes needed that, yo, because the Giants upset Russell Dangerous at home. Like, what is going on?
That was but not only that, they dominated. It was,
dude.
It was so weird. I'm like, who is this team that's losing at home? And they don't lose at home often.
No.
But to lose at home like that, like they couldn't even do anything, was just so weird. Like, what is going on?
I mean, they had Colt McCoy out there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. A former Washington backup forever.
Yeah.
And this dude went out there, took him on the road, and won a game, man.
Yeah, gotta hand it to him, man. Joe Judge is doing his thing. I think the Giants have won like 4 in a row now.
I don't know.
I think so.
It would have been 1-7 at that point, but I think they've been on a little bit of, maybe I think it's 3 in a row. Or maybe 3 in a row. But either way, I mean, they're doing a really good job. So let me ask you what I know we're going to get into like our Week 13 picks, but for you, which of these 3 things was the most shocking? The Washington win, the Giants win, or Jalen Hurts coming in for Carson Wentz?
New York Giants. That was the most shocking. The Jalen Hurts coming in, he should be in, because I don't know what's going on with Wentz, man. He's just not the same dude, man. He's just not the same guy. And I think what's going on is that O-line is just so bad right now, and I think it's causing him to make bad decisions. And at least Jalen Hurts can move around, you know what I mean? So why not? I mean, the season's done. Well, it really isn't, but it is.
I was like, not really. They go on a little winning streak here. You never know.
Yeah, you pick this man in the second round. Why not see what he can do? We got a quarter of the season left. Just see what he can do, man.
Yep, and so he's going to be, if anybody hasn't heard, Carson Wentz has been benched, at least for this upcoming game. Jalen Hurts will be playing the Saints, which I think they have the number 1 total defense in the NFL this year. So that's going to be fun for him to learn. So Saints, and I know Drew Brees will not be back for this game. Still going to be Taysom Hill, because Drew Brees and his 94 broken ribs are still healing.
Yeah, so what's the deal with Drew Brees? Hurt? When's he coming back?
Probably in a couple weeks, I believe that's what they're saying. I mean, when you have a punctured lung and 97 broken ribs or fractured ribs, it's got to take you a little bit to come back. I know they can wear flat jackets and everything like that, but it's not saying it's the same thing. Well, I know his job is different, but look what happened when it happened to Tyrod. You know, I mean, he hasn't been in because that was the coach's choice, but it's still, when you puncture a lung, and that it takes a little bit to recover. Not then the surrounding areas, I just feel like every time he walks, it sounds like a box of Legos. That's how I like, because 11 fractured ribs, man, and he's 40. So like, I can't. I'm sitting here at 44, and I keep thinking every time I'm out, like when I go riding on the bike, like if I fall, I was like, everything could be. Even though I've never I've fractured my finger, but never really broken anything. It's just a thought of, really hope nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? But you're out there in a football game, you get slammed to the ground, and the thing is, he was still standing over there. It's not like he went to the locker room. Remember, he stood there for the rest of the game. Probably breathing out of one nostril, out of one lung, and just in pain, probably trying to tell Peyton, hey, I can get back into the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, he started off with 5 fractures, and it's 11. Good. So, yeah, but he's supposedly he's doing well. And if the soonest probably back will be next week. We'll see. But I mean, I would rest him.
Yeah, why not? Taysom Hill's doing well.
I would rest him. They're winning games, and bring him back if you have to. But I would just have him chill for a while.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, the Giants have indeed won 4 games in a row.
It is. So they were 1-7.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they started off by beating you guys. Then they beat Then they beat Philly. Then they beat Cincinnati, and then they beat Seattle. So yeah.
All right. Well, good for them.
And we got to face them in a couple weeks. So
yeah, I know who I'm rooting for in that game.
And guess who's back? Guess who's coming back this week, Hurt?
I know, Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
Danny Dimes is going to be back. I forgot who they're playing, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
So since we're on football and everything, let's talk about last week.
Yeah.
And our pick'ems.
And our surprises. Fire. How many did you get right?
I'm on fire. Up in here. It's burning hot. We on fire. Let me see. What did I get last week? Hold on. I got to get to it first.
You were spot on with so many of your picks, man.
Week 13, I got 11.
Yeah.
Got 11, so which means I only got 4 wrong. So that's good.
Yeah, but you know one that you should have gotten wrong?
Say that one more time.
You know which one you should have gotten wrong?
What's the one? What do you mean?
My biggest prediction last week were that the Jets were going to beat the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you, and dude, come on, man.
You had 0 blitz of a chance of getting that right.
Like, I don't. A 0 blitz with 5. Why? Like,
well, that's why he lost his job. Greg Williams, listen. I don't ever remember watching a Hail Mary with a 0 blitz. No, you. It wasn't even a Hail Mary though. It was just a move because it was 1-on-1. So you're leaving your rookie quarterback 1-on-1 with a rookie wide receiver, but one of the fastest in a draft in Ruggs. And it was just a double move. And all he had to do was move up in the pocket, which he did, and threw the ball up, and it was a touchdown.
But you had 50 yards. I mean, it wasn't a Hail Mary because the defense didn't play it that way, but all you had to do was defend a 50-yard touchdown. That's all you had to do. You don't need to. Why are you blitzing people? You need. Oh my god. Yeah. That's why the Jets are the Jets, dude.
Well, that's why Greg Williams was fired. Greg Williams, who's had a checkered past from New Orleans, everything. Only reason I have respect out of him because he was close to Sean Taylor when he was our defensive coordinator and underneath Joe Gibbs and everything. So that's the only thing I have any kind of like love and respect for him for. But other than that dude, he's done. He's done. You can't do that. You can't do that. So yeah, Adam Gase got rid of him. Even though Adam Gase should get rid of himself, but that's besides the point.
Well, no, the Jets are playing this exactly right. Don't get rid of no Adam Gase.
Listen, I still think Darnold's going to be a good quarterback, but he's just it's just the team that's around him is garbage. And the coach.
Yeah.
The coach is garbage.
Yeah, but Donald has had 3 years to show you something.
2 of them with this dude.
Okay. Yeah. I hear you, but I don't know.
I mean, who's better? I mean, there's a running game and everything involved. But what Tannehill would you take? The Gase Tannehill or the Tannehill now?
The Tannehill now.
I mean, the Tannehill now looks markedly different than the Tannehill with Gase.
You know why?
The quarterback whisperer.
You know why he looks better? Talent.
Game.
He has an offensive line.
Yeah.
Monster running back. He has talented receivers.
What does Darnold have?
None of that.
None of that. So I know you say you have 3 years, but you can play 3 years, but you have 3 years of garbage. You only can play with garbage.
Okay.
It's like playing with hard Play-Doh. It's just not going to mold out the way you want it to. We can leave the container open for a couple of days and you come back like, oh, if you sit here and try to reanimate it with water, it just does. It's not the same. It's not the same. So that's what this dude's going through. I really do like Sam Darnold. I think he has a chance. But if you have a chance to get Trevor, you got to get Trevor.
Mm.
Unless they plan on selling that pick and getting a boatload of, everything. But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
And we definitely see. Because the Jags are still trying to give them some competition for that spot. But, yeah. So, going back to last week. Yeah, that was your upset pick, and you were almost right. I was sitting there looking at the game like, you got to be serious. Like, this can't happen. I think one of the games that was crazy to me was, even though the score ended up being different, was the Cleveland blowing the doors off of the Titans.
That was ridiculous.
I was looking at that game, and I'm like, first of all, why didn't I start Baker? That was number one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because he had like 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah.
And none the rest of the game, but that's besides the point. But I was just like, what is going on right now? But Tennessee trying to mount a little bit of comeback, but I think they're 9-3 now, Cleveland. So
yeah,
headed towards the playoffs, and it's weird. Like, and you guys play them this week, right?
Yeah, Monday night. This is a big game, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 9-3 Cleveland, and they blew. That was one of the crazy games. And of course, you always pick against the great Matthew Stafford, and that cost you this week.
Yeah. I don't pick that team.
Who else did you pick? Did you pick Jacksonville over Minnesota?
I picked the Falcons over the Saints. I picked the Bears over the Lions.
Yeah.
I picked Tennessee. I picked Houston. I really thought Houston was going to win. They should have won that game, man. They were driving.
And I picked Indy.
Yeah, but Deshaun fumbled the ball at like the 10-yard line, man, when they were about to punch.
Remember that week where you got like a lot right?
Yeah, that was the week before last. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I had 7. You had like 10 or 11 that week.
Oh, I was.
Games always come down to. It's the NFL. It's unpredictable. Those games come down to like the last second.
Yep.
Or a fumble or something crazy, a turnover or a turnover on downs at the goal line. Anything could happen in any of these situations.
It's crazy, man.
The Rams beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals are on a little bit over. They're 6-6 on a little bit of a free fall.
Yeah.
You picked the Chargers, right?
Yep. Ugh. And New England has no talent. I'm done with the Chargers, dude. They've quit. Anthony Lynn's got to go. They've quit on that dude, Joe.
And that's where Harbaugh should go. I think Harbaugh and the Khakis will work with the Chargers.
Interesting. You know what? I like that, Hurt. I think you know what? I think that is a match made in.
Khaki. Well, match made in Arizona now since they can't play it.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, all the games. I picked San Francisco. That was my one over Buffalo, and Buffalo easily won that game. But I was thinking San Francisco would be playing at home, not in Arizona. But it is what it is.
Well, what's up with the Chiefs, man? Barely beating the Broncos.
I mean, they're divisional rival games are weird.
Yeah.
So you gotta give them that. Drew Lock. I mean, Denver's 4-7 or 4-8 now. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's get to these week 14. We had the Thursday night game, Rams against Patriots. Of course, I would pick the Rams anyway because the Rams. New England having the back-to-back games in the same stadium, going 1-for-1.
I would have picked the Rams.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, first game, we got Houston, Chicago.
I think this is going to be a blowout today. A blowout in Chi-Town. I'm taking Deshaun.
All right. I got Houston as well. Oh, the game I don't want to pick. Dallas on the road against Cincy.
Yeah, I think I got to take the Cowboys on this one. But hey, Cincinnati, I'm going to give you a little tip for this game. Okay? Real simple. Joe Mixon.
Is he back?
Oh, shoot, he's hurt?
He's been hurt. Yeah, he's been hurt.
Giovanni Bernard.
Yeah, there you go. Well, since North Carolina ran all over the place, maybe he'll get his legs back.
Dude, let me tell you, I was watching that Ravens-Dallas game. Mm-hmm. Their run defense is horrific. I mean, I knew it was bad. Yo, I had no idea it was that bad. Their run defense is terrible. I mean, the Ravens, Lamar barely had to throw the ball, yo. Because Lamar had like 107 yards passing, dude. Because everybody, it was like Oprah's favorite thing special. You get 10 yards. You get 15 yards. Hey, J.K. Dobbins, you get 30 yards. Gus Edwards, you get 4. I mean, dude, it was
everybody gets 10 yards.
Oh, Lamar, you get a 50-yard touchdown run. I mean, dude.
Yeah, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Yo, I couldn't believe it. Terrible, yo. Terrible. So yeah, Cincinnati, just run the ball. You only have to throw the ball against them. Just run it. Well, yeah, I'm picking Dallas today.
Yeah,
man.
I'm calling this the Red Rifle Revenge Tour.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, Andy goes back to his old stomping grounds, and I think they'll get a win-win for Andy. Yes, Broncos on the road at Carolina.
I'm taking the Panthers, man.
I got the Panthers too. Not both, but Carolina started off good, and then they just kind of Carolinaed out, I guess. I don't know what's the word. I'm looking for. They've been competitive, but it's been kind of a weird season for them.
Is Christian McCaffrey coming back today?
I don't know. The dude's out every other week, so I'm not even sure. I think he is because I believe I saw somewhere Mike Davis' fantasy value was going to go down. And I think that's the reason because McCaffrey should be healthy for this game.
Okay.
We have Tennessee, Jacksonville. Tennessee, I guess we both have.
Yep.
All right. So this next game has a caveat that I made a deal on, which I forgot to tell you about. So I forgot to tell you about it now.
Okay.
So I made a podcast bet. If Kansas City loses to Miami, we will have a Dolphins fan on the show next week.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, just to let you know. But I'm picking Kansas City to win this game.
I'm picking Kansas City. I think Dolphin fans are getting a little delusional now because now I'm starting to hear if the Dolphins beat the Chiefs, they're going to the AFC Championship game.
Well, who are you hearing that from? Again, there's every section of fan. There's realistic fans hopefully the fans we know. I know I can only speak for one of them. That aren't delusional.
All right.
Because they're delusional fans of except for Dallas fans, because they're all delusional. So it's not like there's just a section of them. That whole fan base is delusional. So that's different. Okay. But then people were getting on my team because we beat Pittsburgh, and they're like, "Oh, now you guys think you're gonna go to the play?" I was like, "No." Or this is your Super Bowl. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean. Or you're 5-7 or 4-7 at the time, and you beat the undefeated team. What else you got to look forward to?
All right, well, let me just read you this text. My man Omar Kelly, who has a great football mind, took it up a notch yesterday and implied that if so, beating the Kansas City Chiefs, we could maybe at least discuss going to the Super Bowl. So
someone texted that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about what Omar Kelly said, who was a Miami Dolphin. I think he's a reporter down there. So, hey, Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl if they beat Kansas City.
Hey, you know what though? No. It's in Tampa Bay this year. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. If the Dolphins, hopefully in our lifetime, make it to the Super Bowl, and they're gonna have a tailgate, I'm going to that Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will be there. I will go there just for that. Like, I'm not paying for Super Bowl tickets, but I'll go just for the tailgate, and then I'm out. Like, I'll just fly out that day. Like, I'll be fine with that.
All right. So here's my thing about this game, right? Kansas City's one of their weaknesses on defense is run, is stopping a run. And the Dolphins can't run to save their lives.
Well, Gaskins is out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
We got to see how Tua does. I still think this is going to be kind of somewhat competitive game from most of it, but I think eventually the talent of Kansas City is going to come.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe so. Where are they at? Oh, they're in Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know. Warm weather, man.
This could have been a game that we went to. We could be out,
The good thing is, I think this is the national game for the day.
It is. It is. Going to be on TV.
Yeah.
So people are prepared for it. They're going to be watching it. Because, since Baltimore plays on Monday, it opens the whole slate up for everybody else. So that's cool.
Hey, Rudy, I'm coming over to watch the game with you today.
Better have some wings.
Rudy, like, nah, dude, just stay home.
I know.
Apparently, I'm some type of curse. Whenever I go to watch Miami games, apparently they lose.
Listen, if that was the case, you know how I am. Like, if you came over and Arsenal lost, you never come over again.
Dude, I know. Wait a minute. So when I went to the Abbey with you that day, right?
Won.
Oh, y'all did win? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're fine going to the Abbey. You haven't been over here for a game. But going to the Abbey.
But I understand, because this is the reason why I'm never going to a Redskins bar again. So I get it.
or a game at home then, right?
Well, no. I'll
beat you then too.
I'll do that. I ain't going to no Redskins bar with you ever again. Although it wasn't. Although I will say it was a cool experience, man. That was it was fun, and we did wind up winning the Super Bowl that year. You know what I mean? So whatever.
I mean, it's true. I mean, you guys did, but yeah, that was a lot of fun at the football team bar.
Yeah.
So again, that's like $5 more you owe. Because you said it like twice. So can't wait to get that accumulated money. But it's still gonna be fun. But no, I totally understand it.
Yeah.
All right. So we got
who else we got?
We're staying in the state of Florida. We got Soda traveling to, I guess it's no longer Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay.
Why is it no longer Tampa Bay?
Because they suck.
They're 7-5, man.
They suck. They are sucky 7-5. Let me tell you, they're the most unimpressive 7-5 team in football to me.
So, like, Bruce Arians and Tom Brady's beefing. Like, what's going on?
I don't know if they're beefing. I just saw the NFL cancel their golf outing. Which I just saw. I'm like, first of all, why are y'all going golfing? Hold on. It just came across somewhere, and I was like, maybe they're just trying to get along. This is my issue. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again.
Okay.
Why is everything going so slow? Come on, computer. NFL. All right. NFL Knicks is Brady Arians golf outing. Just it said NFL Knicks is Tom Brady, Bruce Arians golf outing, but Buccaneers QB and coach have great relationship.
So wait a minute, they were supposed to do an outing like in the middle of the season?
Well, they had a bye week last week.
Remember?
Okay. During the bye week.
Okay, all right.
And then the NFL notified the team there'll be a violation of league's protocols. So they did not go out and play golf together as they planned at a time when speculation about the relationship has persisted. So, this is my issue with this whole thing. And again, we're not inside. We're not beat reporters. We don't know. We can't take the temperature of what's really going on. I can only say one person here has Super Bowls and one person doesn't. Right?
Hey.
So for you to criticize and not follow the game plan of what would make somebody successful because of how you want to coach, to me, that's on you.
Yeah.
You have a team with all those weapons on it and you're struggling. I think they're forcing it in some ways. I think Tom's, how Tom is. Tom is running back short and every now and then a bomb. He's throwing bombs. I see him throw more bombs this year than I have ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and to me, it's just not his game plan. They're not game planning for him. They're game planning for how they want things to be. And that's not who you have. You had that guy last year, and he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
Yeah.
So this guy doesn't do that, but you need to work with his strengths. So I just feel like if you're Bruce Arians, you need to step the hell back and help the dude who won multiple Super Bowls help you get the one.
Absolutely.
So that's the way I see it. But,
all right.
But I'm picking Tampa Bay for this one.
Let's see. Who did I pick? I picked Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arizona traveling to New Jersey to take on the Giants.
We're going for 5 in a row. Who you got?
I got the Giants.
Wow.
Maybe, I know everybody had Kyler Murray for president earlier in the season for some reason. He was having a good game, a couple good games, but again, everybody just calm the hell down. Just calm the hell down. It's the second season. They got a good team, but it's the second season. He's learning. Everybody take it easy. I think. Now, I want Arizona to win, but I have a feeling that the Giants are going to win.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, well, that's like our first different game.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's right.
Yeah, this whole list.
I think we're about to come up with some more, too. So.
Okay, yeah, well, probably this next one. We got Indianapolis Colts on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got?
I'm taking the Colts.
Oh, okay. Since you don't believe in them, I'm surprised you were taking the Colts. And I'm taking the Raiders at home.
Okay.
So, but I believe in Indy's defense. I always believe in Indy's defense. I think the Raiders really need this game. Like, desperately need this game.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
so I think they're going to end up winning this. Seahawks, Jets.
Next.
Okay, good. Chargers at home to the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons this one. Like I said, they've stopped playing for Anthony Lynn. I can't take that team.
Yeah. I'm giving them one more chance, like Biggie. I'm gonna take the Chargers. I want to take the Chargers. I'm hoping they come through for this one game. They at least get to 4-9. Atlanta flying over there, no Julio Jones. So we'll see. But I'm picking the Chargers. Green Bay, Detroit. Well, everybody knows who I'm picking in this game. And for your natural, unadulterated dislike of Matthew Stafford, I'm guessing that you're going for Green Bay as well?
That would be correct.
Okay. So both of Green Bay. The Saints on the road against Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got?
I kind of want to take the Eagles, Joe. I'm gonna stick with the Saints, but I think the Eagles might pull this one off.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. The Eagles are terrible, and that's just it. And I'm sticking to it. Washington on the road in Arizona against San Francisco.
This is going to be tough. We got the revenge factor going on with this one.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. You know what? I put Washington. I'm going to stick with Washington. But San Fran's going to win this game.
I picked Washington for this game because it's not in San Francisco.
Oh, that's why he's in Glendale, right?
Yeah. They're in Arizona for this one. I know there's a revenge tour, but one of these teams is just playing a little bit better than the other. I believe Washington is playing just a tad bit better. It's going to be one of those field goal games, and I think Washington's going to eke out a win, which usually means that they lose. So what? We'll see. Sunday night game, which is good. We're at 11-1 now. Steelers on the road against the 9-3 Buffalo Bills. Who you got?
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that the Steelers are playing on Sunday night and they're not at home? Oh, wow.
Well, they flexed this game.
Oh, okay.
The game was going to be Cincinnati and Dallas.
Ugh.
Exactly. So if you had to flex a game, that would be the game I would flex to, right?
Absolutely.
So even though I'm sure Dallas Nation thinks they deserve to be on Sunday night anyway. Yes.
I'm taking the Steelers.
All right. Yeah, I picked the Steelers too. I think they're going to rebound from last week's upset and go on a road, and I think they need this victory for themselves. I think Josh Allen's going to struggle a little bit, but I still think it's going to be a good game. But I picked the Steelers.
All right.
And then gets us to Monday Night Football.
Oh boy,
We have a rivalry game. We have the Cleveland 9-3 Browns coming off a total beatdown of the Tennessee Titans at home against the newly rejuvenated, somewhat COVID-free Ravens. Monday night in Cleveland. It could be windy. It could be snowing. We don't know because it's Cleveland. Who do you have? I'll go first because this is your game. I'm picking Baltimore.
Really?
By a field goal.
Wow. Okay, can you give me your rationale for this one?
It's funny because early in the season, I think the roles were not saying reversed. I don't know. It's funny how the season goes. Early in the season, Baltimore blew out Cleveland. So Cleveland would be motivated for this game. This is a game Baltimore needs.
This is it.
Like they need this game. And I feel they're going to come out like they need this game. They cannot afford to lose this. They can't afford to lose this game. So I think they're going to go there. And Cleveland, again, they're good. Their running game's good. They're okay. But even last week, they took their foot off the gas. And Tennessee started coming back. And you can't do this. They're an ebb and flow team. Some days they look okay. Some days, even though they're 9-3, they're still kind of inconsistent. And I think Baltimore needs this game badly. And I just think they're going to win, like I said. But it's not going to be definitely not the game that was earlier in the season. But I think it's going to be one of those games, something weird like a safety and a field goal is going to win this game. Now, again, I don't know what the weather factor is going to be. I know here it's supposed to be a little bit windy. Even though it's a game in Cleveland, they're by the lake and all that type of stuff. But it's going to be a weird game. But I just think Baltimore, because they need this, is going to win this game.
I hope you're right. I'm picking the Ravens as well. However, I have no confidence that they're going to win this game, man. A couple of reasons. Not so much the offense, it's the defense, man. Our defense, man, we can't stop nobody. We can't get pressure on anybody, man. Dallas was playing with third-string offensive linemen, and we couldn't even get pressure on them, man. Our weakness is stopping the run, and they have two running backs we can't even really stop. We didn't really stop Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb the first time. It was just we were blowing them out so badly they had to kind of abandon the run. So, man, I hope the Ravens have enough in them to win this game. It is going to be tough. I really don't. I have no confidence they're going to win. I'm picking them just because we got to win it. This is pretty much our season right here. I feel like the Ravens have to get to 11 wins in order to make the playoffs. They have a soft schedule with Jacksonville, New York, and you can't even really call New York soft now, and Cincinnati to end the season after Cleveland. If they can somehow win this, I think they'll be good to go, but I have no confidence that they are. But that being said, I am going to pick them.
Cool. That works. And since we're here and there is a Thursday night game that we always forget about, let's pick the Thursday night game.
Yes.
Chargers at Raiders.
Oh, Raiders.
Raiders, yeah, I got the Raiders too.
Although I would love for the Chargers.
Oh, you know what? My bad. And there's 2 Saturday games.
Okay.
So Chargers, Raiders, Saturday, 4:30. Bills, Broncos. Bills at Broncos.
Going Bills there.
Bills, okay, me too. I can go with the Bills. And Carolina at Green Bay. Green Bay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, that was easy.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
On the road against the
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chargers. Even though I said they stopped playing for Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers that game.
Cool. All right, well, good luck with you on that one. All right. So I know you have I know your score says 114, but I know you're at 116, 117 or something.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. And I'm at 128. I'm at 94.3%.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is over. So, but thank you everybody for playing. Some people are good at some things, some people aren't. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, damn. You know what though? I know we talked a little bit about it. We spent the majority of the show on football because we normally do. Even though this week some basketball preseason started, which is crazy. Even though it would have started already if it was normal times, but the season starts in 9 days.
That's crazy, Hurt. 9 days.
But you know what? I'm more excited to see what the Wizards do. I'm going to be looking at some Wizards games this year.
Yeah.
I want to see how Bradley and Westbrook perform. You know, I want to see the Lakers, even though hopefully they keep the games early. Because if not, then I ain't watching them. I ain't staying up 10:30. That's the only reason I want to miss the bubble. Those 7, 5, 7, and 9 o'clock games are great. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, any other thoughts about basketball or comment? Are you looking forward to it?
Well, real quick, basketball. What's up with Kyrie Irving, yo? He came out.
Let me release a statement about it.
Who does this dude think he is, yo?
This is the problem I have with him. I want to say to certain athletes. This is the first press conference of the season. This is your new team, your new head coach, your new team. KD's coming back to health. You know, hopefully you're healthy. You want to release a statement because you don't want your narrative to be determined or what's the word I'm looking for? Misconstrued or interpreted by somebody else. Well, just say what you want to say. You normally do anyway. Just go in front and just talk what you normally talk about. What is your problem? So he was fined $25,000 for not appearing for the media for the first media sessions of the season. I really do think some people. No, I'm not saying the dude isn't talented. He is. The dude's talented.
Way too highly of himself that he really is.
It's just that's in his opinion of himself and his importance in society. I feel, and I'm not saying he hasn't done some good things in the community. That's besides that. But just focus on this person who comes out every now and then and talks whatever he talks about. This dude is delusional in some cases. He's delusional. And I really don't know where he. I don't know. Maybe those 2 games at Duke really just threw him off. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. But just be professional. Go out and say what you want to say. No one's misconstruing anything you're going to say. You're going to talk. They asked KD, who you want to talk about being misconstrued. Who that dude just says whatever he says. But they asked him about James Harden. He's he's on another team I'm not talking about, which is what he should say. All knowing that he probably would want him there, but he's not going to sit there and say that. So he said what he wanted to say in front of the media and call it a day. How's your message going to get lost? Maybe because you don't have one? I'm what is your deal? What is your deal? You want to talk about the 12 days of Christmas? Well, if you want to talk about the 12 top players in the NBA, he may be 13th. I don't care. You're not one of the franchise guys. You're not. You never were, never will be. Period. Point blank. So if you're not a franchise guy, shut up, please.
Yeah, I'm just so done with Kyrie, dude. You're a joke. You're not that important. You're not that good. Every time, dude.
He is good.
No, in the sense like he's not a leader. He's not a franchise player. Every time this dude has had the opportunity to take a lead, take a team, be the man on a team, he's faltered. I'm just so done with him, man. I'm so done with Kyrie. He gets hurt. Like, I'm done with you, man. I don't take you seriously no more. You're a joke. You're not even relevant anymore, man. You're a joke. Yeah, I can't mess with you no more. Sorry. I'm just done with dude. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. Just say what you do. And not to bring this back to LeBron, but LeBron knows he's the best player in the game, right? This guy has to take on the media before the games, after the games, to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Scrutinized.
Nobody on the team, nobody even cares. Like, Anthony Davis is a great player. Nobody even really cares about talking. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but no, LeBron always has to take on the brunt of the media interviews and all this stuff every single day. And you don't hear him complain about it. Maybe now and again he does. And LeBron, maybe he says something that he shouldn't say from time to time, whatever, but he still does this thing, man. He does it every day.
He's had thousands of interviews.
Right. Come on, dude. You're the man now. You're the man now in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the media. That's your job. That is your job. That's a part of your job. That is in your job description. Stop making
he got fined because he didn't fulfill his part of his job description.
Right. It's just I'm done with that dude, man. I don't even want. I'm seriously. I'm done with Kyrie. I want to hear from you. I don't even want to watch you play, dude. Just go away. Just go away. Anyway, we gotta touch back on the NFL, man. We gotta do our. I got five.
Dude, I'm totally past that. We're on the NFL for so long.
Yeah,
and we got other things, man.
We got sports icons.
Oh, good Lord. I forgot about that. God, I guess I didn't want the whole show to be football centric. You know, I kind of missed our little entertainment and other things.
Oh, we're about to get the entertainment, so.
Yeah, well, maybe you are. I'm definitely not prepared for that. So, all right, let's go to our to the segment that I totally forgot about. As the host who draws all the topics and goes from one topic to the other, totally skipped over it. I didn't think we're going to stay on football, even though it is always a ton of football. But I think we always get into topics that I don't even think we're going to even talk about within the confines of football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that just kind of threw me off a little bit. So I'm going to do my bottom five. I'm going to do it quickly. So Jets, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Chargers, Cowboys, done. Go.
All right, man. Chiefs, number 1. Steelers, number 2. Saints, number 3. This is where it gets a little bit dicey for me. I'm going to put the Rams, number 4. This number 5 and 6 are hard, but I am going to stick with the Bills. The Packers are on the outside looking in, but I'm going to put the Bills in at number 5.
So are they 5A, Packers 5B?
Sure, yeah.
All right, because damn, if you don't have Aaron Rodgers in there, we're going to have problems.
I know.
My league MVP. Leave him alone.
Sorry, when they beat Detroit today or whatever, whoever they play.
Yeah, you'll be happy. Yeah. I know how you feel about Detroit. Minus Matt Patricia. So, all right. So we were doing the Icon series, and we're going to do the last two, which is the NFC East and the AFC South. Today, we saved the best for last because both our teams are one's in, his is in one division, mine's in the other. So we're going to do actually just the 3 teams in each division, and then we're going to do Washington and Baltimore last. So,
all right,
with the AFC North, the vaunted North, full of legends and coaches. I mean, Pittsburgh's only had 3 coaches ever in the history of their team, 1 owner. The Rooneys, Baltimore moving from Cleveland, 2 owners, different things. We have Cincinnati. They're Cincinnati. Cleveland, they have a whole history. NFL championships, of course, nobody counts. except for Green Bay. NFC East, it's the East. Every time when they ran the 80s, 90s, between Washington, Giants, Philly, who just won their first Super Bowl, and we're the only division that actually has all Super Bowl winners. And we have Dallas, unfortunately. So just so many great teams, so many great rivalries. Can't wait to talk about it. We're going to start out with your favorite team in the AFC North, Cincinnati. Who'd you come up with as the icon of the Cincinnati Bengals?
This is one of the most, dude. I have no idea. I just put
Giovanni Bernard.
Nah, I didn't. I put
Tim Permrye.
No, man, I had to keep it at College Park, man. I just put Boomer on there, dude. I had no idea. I have no idea who Cincinnati's icon is. I really don't. Ocho Cinco. I mean, Carson Palmer. Like who? I have no idea.
All right. Well, I picked the All-Pro, Hall of Fame offensive lineman Anthony Munoz, the guy whose finger sticks out this way. I still don't know how that finger is like. It's like an L. It's so weird. But he said it doesn't hurt. I don't know how he uses it. But he's a spokesman for the team. Everybody in Cincinnati knows him. He's a Hall of Famer. One of the best offensive linemen in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I'm picking Anthony Munoz for Cincinnati.
All right,
and you know what? Let's do Cleveland next. I think we're probably going to agree on this one.
Yeah, we might as well just go to the Steelers because Jim Brown. I mean, come on.
What? Not Otto Graham?
Jim Brown, son.
Jim Brown, uno. Adam Graham, probably 2.
Yeah.
And even the owner, Mike Brown, might be number 3. But Mike Brown also founded the Bengals, too. So he could be on here twice.
Yeah.
So, Mike Brown. But, Jim Brown. It's got to be Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Got to be Jim Brown. All right, the Steelers. You want to talk about a team chock full of Hall of Famers from the wide receivers to the middle linebackers to the Lamberts and the Roethlisbergers to, of course, your favorite player ever in the history of football, Hines Ward. You got Franco Harris, Barry Foster. Just people I'm going to just start naming. Who is your all-time rival of your rival? Who's your all-time Steeler?
It's Big Ben.
Big Ben Roethlisberger.
I mean, I know Bradshaw won 4 Super Bowls, but the best quarterback in their history is Big Ben. So,
yeah.
I mean, for a team filled with legends and icons, I mean, I don't know if you were to ask Steelers fans who's the most iconic player. I don't know who they would say, but I'm going to go Big Ben. Who'd you go?
I was gonna go the tight end route, not tight end, the safety route, but he's just a little bit too shy. I mean, he has hair commercials.
I don't think he's the more.
But I'm gonna go with Mean Joe Green.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Mean Joe Green. Not only was he dominating, was he one of the best defensive players of all time? He had a Coke commercial. I mean, there's nothing as iconic as that Coke commercial.
Yeah.
And he's beloved in that city, and I'm going to go with Mean. And his name, no one says Joe Green. They say Mean Joe Green. You can't say his name without putting Mean in front of it. So that's just, you earned something, right? It's Mean Joe Green. So definitely going with Mean Joe Green. Okay, so we did 3. So we're going to go to the NFC East now. And we'll start off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Who is your all-time favorite Eagle of Philadelphia?
This is going to sound crazy, but I truly believe this. I think the most iconic Philadelphia Eagle is Nick Foles.
I mean, he won the Super Bowl.
Dude, he has a statue.
I mean, he won the Super Bowl.
I mean, if you have a statue, look. Is he the best Philadelphia Eagle player? Absolutely not. He's not even the best.
No, he forever never have to pay for a cheesesteak ever in that city.
Dude, but that 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 game run he had in Philly. Philly, look, dude, I saw people pick up stuff in the street and put it in their mouth and eat it because this guy won them a Super Bowl. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think they normally do that. That city, they do things a little bit strange.
Yeah, I mean, he's iconic. He won that city a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
their only Super Bowl. And he's not even a starting quarterback on that team, but he is an icon. Like you say, he'll never have to buy any. Dude, he can go to Philly and do whatever he wants.
That's it. He can commit a crime, somebody's gonna cover for him.
Yeah.
Yo, Nick, I got you, man. You keep going, all right?
So I know that's crazy.
I mean, no, that's but no, this is why we have these here, because it gives you things to think about, you know. I'm gonna go with to me, one of their first superstars, and I'm gonna go with Reggie White.
I knew that's where you're going. Yeah.
I mean, you know, this is the division I grew up in, and there's not, you know, Randall Cunningham killed us, McNabb killed us, T.O. killed us, you know, on that team. There's so many players. When they went to their first Super Bowls, Ron Jaworski, Dick Vermeil, after he quit this, before he went back to the Rams, he had commercials everywhere. He had billboards. They loved Dick Vermeil there because he took them to a Super Bowl. But Reggie White was the guy. I mean, I know he also became a Packer later, but that defense was ridiculous. That defense, him, Clyde Simmons, got Mike Golick. They had, I know I'm missing some people. Their safeties, that defense was ridiculous. And I never saw anybody bat anyone else out of the way better than Reggie White. It was one-handed poof and at the quarterback. And believe me, I saw that way too frequently. So yeah, definitely Reggie White for me. We're gonna go to, might as well get this over with now. Let's go to Dallas. Go.
Roger Staubach.
Yep, same here. All right, New York Giants.
I mean, do we even need the real L? I shouldn't say the real LT.
No, yeah, please. I mean, I like LaDainian.
The first LT.
Yeah. This one's hard for me because it's personal. I don't like.
He's not the most iconic Giant.
I'm not. First of all, hold on. I said this one's hard for me because it's personal. It doesn't mean I didn't pick him. You picked LT. I can pick whoever I feel like picking. But I mean, it could be Parcells, could be Dave Meggett because he talked me into going to Towson because he's from Towson. You know, it could be Sean Landetta. Also went to Towson. Could be a whole, you know, Jeff Hostetler, Phil Simms. You got David Tyree with the basket catch. Could be Eli, who won them 2 Super Bowls. Could be Bradshaw, who's from Bluefield, West Virginia. Got a signed football from him somewhere around here. All these people. It's got to be LT. Definitely not Tiki Barber because I can't stand him second. It's LT.
I can't stand Tiki Barber.
Yeah, but it's got to be LT, and that's all it is. And no matter how many broken legs he caused, and knowing how much coke he had, it's got to be LT. So, and he was just not nice to my mom, and I don't like the guy. All right, AFC North, NFC East, Baltimore, and Washington. I'm going to pick who I think yours is first, and then you're going to pick who mine is, and then we'll just go from there.
All right.
So we'll start out with the team who's younger. We'll start with Baltimore,
who
came here. I mean, we got to talk about this incarnation of the Baltimore. So it's not the Colts, it's the Ravens. Strictly the Ravens team that moved here, that's been here, that started off at Memorial Stadium, kind of moving to where they are at the big ATM now. This team who has energized the city. All of a sudden, we went from having no colored days to purple Fridays for some reason. I don't know. Suddenly there was like orange Wednesdays. I don't know where they went. Anyway, I digress. this team with a history of just defensive, just juggernauts, basically, on this team. To the Suggses, to everybody on this team, the guy whose statue is out in front. But it's got to be one guy for this franchise. It's got to be Stoney Case. There can't be no one else for this franchise with Stoney Case. He's the first guy I remember who jersey. You saw his jersey at the stadium one year.
That was a couple of years ago. I was at the Dolphins game, man, and somebody had a Stoney Case jersey. Like, what is going on?
And you keep thinking I'm crazy. Stoney Case went to New Mexico. Wonderful guy. I don't know what he's up to now, but he's got to be the most. No, it's got to be Ed Reed. I know I feel like that dude is the glue. I mean, he helps coach Miami. Is there some Ray could maybe be? You could think of Ray as the president of something. I feel like Ed Reed as like the mayor. Like he gets with the people. Like I just feel like he's like the guy people, deem. So I don't know as most important.
What's your answer?
To me, it's Ed Reed.
Well, that's wrong. Okay,
that's fine. I mean, yeah. But go ahead for Washington. Who you got for Washington?
Washington, so many great players. I didn't know who to pick. So many great players, so many iconic players. My favorite Washington player will probably be Darrell Green, but I think the most iconic Washington football teammate is Joe Gibbs. I mean, he won three Super Bowls, 3 different quarterbacks, pretty much like 3 different, I won't say eras, but
basically it was.
Yeah, I mean,
all different teams, like every single time he won.
Yeah, so when I think of the Washington team, I think of Joe Gibbs.
That's a good one.
So, all right. What was your answer?
Yeah, I'll give you mine. There's, of course, this team's been around since the 1930s from Boston, moving down to Washington. There's so many players from Billy Kilmer to slinging Sammy Baugh to Bobby Mitchell, our first black player, to, like you said, Darrell Green, to Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl, who's also now an executive with the team. It's so many, but John Riggins. This team has a lot of people, but there's one person who ties in all our victories, and it's Joe Gibbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Joe Gibbs. Like if I had to pick a player, it'd be Sammy Baugh.
Okay.
If I had to pick or Sonny Jurgensen, because they're still considered one of the best quarterbacks in our franchise's history. But if I had to pick one person who, again, could just roll in and the red carpet will be rolled out for him, it's Coach Joe Gibbs. Okay. Just the fact that I will root for him in NASCAR and his teams, Danny Hamlin, whoever's on his team, his Toyota team in NASCAR, I will root for them because of what he's done for Washington. And he can't do anything wrong, almost. And he came from San Diego as offensive coordinator and came over and just changed him and Bobby Beathard and changed the team. And because of him, we went to 4 Super Bowls. So won 3 of them. So that's it. But I know who your answer is for Baltimore.
Well, the correct answer is Ray Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's. I mean, dude, he got a statue. I
know. I was dancing around.
Already, you know me. I'm not even really a Ray Lewis guy. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about iconic, I mean, Ed Reed is not iconic. Ray Lewis is
iconic here, but not.
You
don't think he's iconic here? Like I think people love Ed Reed, but I know
you put Ed Reed next to Ray Lewis. Like when you talk about icons.
Well, one dude's gonna be dressed in a hoodie and just chilling, and the other dude's gonna be preaching.
Yeah. Ray Lewis's personality is just so much. You know what I mean? Like it's just the whole package. Hall of Famer, dancing in them. You know what I mean? The dude came out and danced to Nelly. You know what I mean? Like before every home game. Like he's got a statue. look, I love Ed Reed. I love Ed Reed more than Ray Lewis. But
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason I picked him. The correct answer is
when people think of the Baltimore Ravens, if you had to, if you ask, you could ask a casual person when you think of Baltimore players, who's the one player you think of? Everybody gonna say Ray Lewis. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people gonna say Ray Lewis. I mean,
it's Ray Lewis.
Yeah, I love Ed Reed. Like I said, I look, I'm an Ed Reed dude, but it's Ray Lewis. Man.
Yeah, I just picked Ed Reed because if there's anybody from Miami I like better than Ray Lewis, it'd be Ed Reed. But that's it. I don't like, there's only one Miami player I really like. Well, three. They all played on Washington, but that's it.
All right. We don't have a lot of time left, Hurt. So we gotta.
Well, you got
it. Well, today's December the 13th. Christmas is coming in 12 days. So guess what? The NY to MD podcast is bringing you
Brian's. This is not mine. This is Brian's.
NY to MD podcast is bringing you the 12 days of Christmas. And how are we gonna get you to Christmas? With Christmas movies. Right. So this is
Brian's list of the 12. Because mind you, my list is only like 5. Because I only watch the same 5 movies every year. This dude watches more, so I'll give him credit. But this is his 12 days of Christmas, pre-Christmas, 12 days till Christmas movie list.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, this is I'm gonna
12 to 1.
Huh?
You're gonna go start at 12 and go to 1, or?
Well, yeah. So basically, we're gonna start on the 12th day of Christmas.
Okay.
The movie I gave to thee. So basically, because we're gonna go from the
you gotta sing it then, right?
No, I'm not.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the movie I gave to thee.
Elf, not on this show.
Exactly.
No, but okay. So basically, here are my 12 recommendations for Christmas movies. Watch one movie a day. Will get your Christmas spirit.
Starting today.
Yeah, starting today. And this will get you all the way through Christmas. All right. So to kick off the Christmas season, there's 2 movies I start off with. And you can put them in whatever order you want.
Well, this is 12. It's got to be 12. And then one's got to be 11.
All right. So, yeah, but this is right. But the reason why, but I'm going from day one from day one, from the 13th all the way to Christmas. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. But you got to start off the Christmas season with I'm going to say Elf. This is the movie I kick off the Christmas season every year. I love Elf. It's a great movie. My man Will Ferrell, playing Buddy the Elf. You talk about iconic. I remember listening to an interview from him. He thought this movie was going to ruin his career. Playing a freaking.
Everybody thought this movie was. Yeah, people did not want. They're like, why are you picking this guy for this movie?
Yeah, and you know what? Netflix just came out with the holiday movies that made us, and they did one for Elf, and it is great. And you realize like this movie really shouldn't even have been made, but it did. It's a classic. It's awesome. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh out loud every year. I love it. A close second, and these movies could go either way. Home Alone. Yeah, day 11, right?
Yeah.
So, Home Alone. This is the Christmas movie of all Christmas movies. It was made in 1990, 30 years ago. It looks dated, but it just never gets old. Macaulay Culkin playing Kevin McAllister. I love this movie. I never get tired of it. I can watch it every year. It puts a smile on my face, makes me laugh. I know what's coming. I know all the jokes. I know all the scenes. Still makes me laugh, man.
And Joe Pesci in a comedy.
Yeah.
It wasn't whacking people.
And the crazy thing is, I think he was in Goodfellas that same year. I think
Goodfellas.
I think it came out in 1990 as well.
It came out in 88, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But since this is the rest of your list, I'll look it up real quick.
Well, anyway, all right. So on the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me not Home Alone 3, but Home Alone 2.
This is number 10, right? This is at 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it came out in 1990.
Yeah. So isn't that crazy? The same year Joe Pesci was in Goodfellas.
Whacking people and got whacked. Made a
Yeah. It'd be funny if he busted out with that line. Hey, Kevin, you talking to me, kid?
You think I'm funny? Am I funny? Am I a clown to you?
No.
Oh, God. Then put him in a trunk. Try to carry him upstate New York. Oh, God.
But yeah, my third Christmas movie recommendation is Home Alone 2. It's pretty much Home Alone, but in New York. But hey, it's still enjoyable. Love it. But those are my top 3 Christmas movies.
On the 9th day, we're here at the 9th day now.
All right, on the 9th day of Christmas. This is a recent movie. Came out last year. It was a Netflix original, but this is going to be a Christmas staple for me. This will be a movie I'm watching every year, and that's the Christmas Chronicles. You got Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus. Christmas Chronicles is a very nice story. I like the story. I like the plot, and this is another movie that has a lot of laugh out loud moments. So, like I said, this will be annual staple in the Sherrod household. So, Christmas Chronicles.
Cool. On day 8, we got.
All right, this is another one that came out in the 90s. Me and my family watch this every year.
Die Hard.
No, that will not be on the list. Okay, but
Die Hard not on the list.
But this does star action movie icon Arnold Schwarzenegger and a comedic genius Sinbad. Jingle All the Way. This was a story. Have you ever seen that, Hurt?
Once.
Oh, okay.
That'd be about it.
Yeah. This is the one we watch every year. Turbo Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger on the quest to get a Turbo Man action figure for his son, and turns out being pretty hilarious. What winds up happening to him? It's pretty corny, but you know what?
Yeah. Listen, there's only one couple movies that Arnold's I'd ever watch, and one's Kindergarten Cop. That's it.
Arnold was
not too much.
But I like when Arnold was making that transition from like action star to like
comedy.
Yeah. Remember Twins? Dude, I love Twins. Danny DeVito. Come on,
yeah, it was funny. I give you that. And the one with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah, that was Lies, True Lies.
True Lies. Yeah, that was. I really liked that one. That was fun.
Yeah, and Kindergarten Cop was great too, man.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Kindergarten Cop, and Twins, man, I love those. But yeah, Jingle All the Way, like I said, it's a little corny, but no, it's pretty cool. It's got Phil Hartman, the late great Phil Hartman in it. He's funny in that movie. But so yeah. All right, what day are we on?
6, I believe.
All right, this is another one we watch every year, and we actually watched this one last night. This isn't my most favorite Christmas movie, but it's just something we kind of watch every year, and that is The Polar Express with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, my favorite actor of all time.
Animated movie. And at the time, this movie came out in 2004, and at the time it came out with like technology to really make like human-like animation. Now it looks a little dated, but it's still cool. It's still cool. I still recommend it.
On the 5th day.
All right, this one is another one I just watched last year, and I absolutely love it. Probably because it has Emilia Clarke in it. That's probably even why I even watched it anyway. But Last Christmas.
Any dragons in it?
No dragons. But this movie surprised me. It's a Christmas rom-com, which I really don't do rom-coms, but this has a really good story. I recommended it to the family. Well, it's PG-13, so it's not really a family movie because there's some scenes in there that it's not really family. But
gotcha.
The plot and the story are really good. It's a really good story, man. And I was shocked. And the people that I've recommended it to said the same thing. They like it too. All right, what day are we on?
4.
All right. This is one. I think this was a Rudy recommendation. I know this is the first Christmas movie he watches every year.
Gremlins?
No. Gremlins, no. This Christmas, starring Chris Brown, Loretta Devine, and a whole cast of people. So I've watched this movie, I think, for the past 2 or 3 years. So yeah, this Christmas is, it's all right. It's cool. We got Idris Elba in there, and the great Regina King is in there as well. I mean, it's a bunch of people in there we all know. So this Christmas, gotta get that one in there.
Number 3.
Here's one that I just started watching maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't even know it was a Christmas movie because of the title, but Love Actually, I had no idea it was a Christmas movie. Yeah, it has some. It's pretty good. It's got Hans Gruber in it.
Hans.
You know, the only Christmas movie
Yeah.
he was really in. Yeah, Hans Gruber's in this. We also got Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes is in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a bunch of familiar faces in this movie. But yeah, Love Actually, I watch that one every year as well.
All right, number 2.
All right, this is a new one, another Netflix original. Yeah, it was pretty good. But Jingle Jangle, is starring. It's a predominantly African American cast. We got Forrest Whitaker in this one.
Yeah, that just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out this year. Yeah, and it was pretty decent. Kids liked, the family liked it, so that'll probably be a new Christmas staple for us.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And we have on the first day this is
whoa. No.
Number what? We should be at 1 by now.
No, we got 2 more.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thought we were at 1.
All right.
Day, what do we got?
And this one, the reason why I'm taking this one for Christmas Eve, because I think this one normally comes on Christmas Eve. And this is Hertz. I believe this is one of your favorite Christmas movies, and that is It's a Wonderful Life.
It's the Christmas movie. Period.
Yeah. This one, I do watch it. It's really long. The setup of the movie is like almost 2.5 hours. The payoff of the movie is great, though. It takes a while to get there.
It's in black and white also.
Yeah, it's in black and white, which is also hard, but I like it. I love it. You put me onto this movie.
I think everybody I know I put onto this movie.
Yeah, you put me onto it, and when I watched it, I was like, I had no idea that that's what this movie was about.
Yeah.
So I love it. I don't mind the setup because every year I get familiarized with the story and what takes place. So I don't mind watching the 2 hours of setup. It doesn't get old.
Like the setup and the payoff doesn't get old because it's like a lesson that you learn.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I love the movie so much. Like it just never, that lesson is still always there every year. And it's kind of like you forget. Then they remind you, and you're like, okay, there you go, you know? So with that good feeling of that's right, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Which I'm glad it's on there because if it wasn't, I would have just quit. All right, so so this is number 1, and I know it should be number 1. If it's not number 1, you're doing the show with somebody else next week.
Well, this is Christmas Day.
This is for the day of Christmas, right?
Right, and this
is the day.
This story runs like 24 hours on Christmas, which is
all right, we're good.
And that's a Christmas story.
It has to be.
Dude, it is another movie you put me on to, by the way. And now, so the tradition is when we come downstairs, first thing we do is not go to the tree and look at presents. No, gotta click on the TV
on TBS and TNT.
Right, we gotta have it playing in the background.
Dude, it gotta be on all day.
Play, yeah.
It's the best Christmas Day movie ever. Like I love It's a Wonderful Life. You know, everybody knows it.
Yes.
It's my number 1 Christmas movie ever in the history of existence of life. But that's a Christmas Eve movie. Yeah. I can't watch that on Christmas. Christmas Day is a Christmas story. That's it. You have to watch It's a Christmas Story. You got to get Fragile in there. You got to get
you gotta get ho ho ho.
You gotta shoot your eye out, kid. I mean, you gotta get every single wonderful cliche, great moment in there. The soap, just everything. Ralphie, the car breaking down, the dogs, the turkey, everything. That movie is timeless. I'm glad when I started watching it years and years ago, and I'm like, why do they show this movie all day? Because you just don't get tired of it, and it's just on, and you're just like, this is freaking great. Yeah, I love it. It's funny, like most of the movies you mentioned, I haven't watched. That's why when we're doing this list, where I was like, I got 12 movies, I have 5. Like of those list of 12, it's Elf. It's well, of course, It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story. I forgot whatever. I just
you don't watch Home Alone?
Which one?
Home Alone?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not into that kind of comedy.
Okay.
thing.
You watch Die Hard during Christmas.
If it comes on, I will watch it. I actually just like the movie. I like that.
When's the last time you watched Die Hard in December?
Whenever, because they show it, so I'll watch it. When
who shows it?
Any one of the movie channels will put Die Hard on Christmas.
Have you watched it this year?
No.
Did you watch it last year?
On Christmas, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying I'm watching the whole thing because it's not a movie that you need to watch the whole thing on. There's only certain, him and Carl from, Family Matters when they're talking, him with the glass, walking over the glass. He has bare feet on. There's so many iconic things. And I just like watching it because it's on, like, people will put it on Christmas. And I feel like it burns you inside, even though you don't know it's on. Like, I just feel like a part of you is just getting angry, which that just makes me enjoy watching it even more.
Okay. Yeah. Well, these are the Christmas movies I watch every year. I actually watch all 12 of these every year.
Oh, and
well, Jingle Jangle I just watched this year. But.
Yeah, and real quick, one thing I got to rant about first, like 2 minutes. This is the first year, I don't know, probably my lifetime, I can remember, where I didn't get to watch Charlie Brown Halloween special, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special, because it's been on Apple Plus or whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of the staples for me is Charlie Brown Christmas special. Where Linus gives you the meaning of Christmas. When he's holding the blanket and he gives that whole big speech and it says everything. And I have Charlie Brown's tree at work. It's just the greed and the absolute. Oh man, I'm glad this is not so just the words I want to use when my New York's about to come out of me. Just to take something that's been a staple that I've raised my kids on, to come on regular CBS television, 8 o'clock, along with the Rudolphs, which I don't watch anymore because Santa's tripping that one. But Frosties and everything else, the Elves and the one with the runway, all the little cartoons and things that come on. I even like the Christmas Story from Toy Story. All those little cartoon things come on. Charlie Brown is part of just all the holidays. And to not have that on regular TV, and you want to put it on a streaming channel, screw you. Seriously. Just certain things you just don't need to take away from just regular people. And this is what Charlie Brown, like, get a life. I have Apple products. I got my iPhone, whatever. Screw you, Apple. That's ridiculous. Of all, I just threw the damn thing because I'm pissed off. Seriously. Charlie Brown, Apple Plus, I'm never buying it, never going to get it. Screw you. Merry Christmas to that.
And with that,
so angry. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Watch all the recommendations. Again, there's 12 more days of Christmas. Make sure you get all your shopping in. Make sure you do it online. Hopefully, be safe. Wear your mask. Of course, we're powered by StreamYard. We're on YouTube. You can subscribe to us. And you know what? Rant about Apple Plus if you want, please. Hopefully, they're not a sponsor this week on audio version, but we'll see. Probably just made them angry.
You know this talking about Apple Podcasts, by the way.
Right. Well, no, that's fine with Apple Podcasts. On Google Podcasts or Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you find podcasts, you'll find N1MG Podcast. We're also on Facebook, IG, and the Twitter at N1MG Podcast. And again, just follow us on YouTube, subscribe, leave your comments to see. This year you left a lot of comments for us. We appreciate it. And hopefully, with everything, everybody stay safe. We will see you next week where I'll have my Christmas list of things because I'll be prepared for it. And everybody just enjoy your week and stay safe. And we'll see you then.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Holla. Bad Apple Plus. Bad.